naming it Stick. So why are we adding this to the same sprite rather than the simpler approach of adding a separate sprite for this? The reason is, if it's all scripted in one sprite, that makes it far easier to backpack and copy into other projects. So, to draw the thumbstick, I will use pure white. Ha! But this does make it tricky to see when you're drawing. This one is around 33 by 33 pixels. Again, snap the circle to the center. And again, I'm drawing another circle around the inner one to make it look extra nice. Brilliant. Now we can just drag the joystick base on the stage to position it where we want the controller to appear in our game. Right, time to lay down some code blocks. And again, I'm drawing another circle around the inner one to make it look extra nice. Brilliant. Now we can just drag the joystick base on the stage to position it where we want the controller to appear in our game. Right, time to lay down some code blocks. When flag clicked. Switch costume to base. Then set ghost effect. Now we can just drag the joystick base on the stage to position it where we want the controller to appear in our game. Right, time to lay down some code blocks. When flag clicked. Switch costume to base. In our game. Right, time to lay down some code blocks. When flag clicked. Switch costume to base. Then set ghost effect to 60. And now we run the project. Cool, this makes the joystick base transparent. That's very important so that we can see the gameplay behind it. Since we're using a single sprite, we'll use a create clone of myself block to generate a separate sprite for the top thumbstick. And when I start as clone, event block lets us continue the scripts for just the new clone. So adding a switch costume to stick only affects the new clone sprite. And we run the project. And you might have hoped to see the white thumbstick appearing in front of the darker base, but no, it doesn't. The reason is simple. The clone has been created, but clones always appear one layer behind their original sprites, not in front, as we need here. So fix that with a go forward one layer. And there we go, the stick has appeared. Wonderful! And I think we can as we need here. So fix that with a go forward one layer. And there we go, the stick has appeared. Wonderful! And I think we can risk making it a little less faint. Set ghost to 25%. Very attractive. Like a licorice wheel. I do rather like licorice. How about you? Yum. Shall we get this little stick moving around? Bring in a forever loop. Now any press of a touchscreen is detected in Scratch by the mouse down block. So wait until mouse down. This will pause the script until we touch the screen. Now we repeat until the user's finger is no longer touching the screen. That is, not mouse down. Then in here, we can go to mouse position. This will make the control stick follow the mouse until the user releases it. It's testing time again. Now, a little warning. You have to switch to full screen mode to test the project from now on. Otherwise, you'll end up grabbing the sprite on the stage as you drag, and that messes things up no end. Oh yeah, this is looking promising. I can click and drag the little circle around, and the larger circle stays still. Cool. Next, we shall make the smaller stick return to the center when we finish dragging it. Drag in a new go-to block and drop it in as the first block in the forever loop. We want it to always start in the center. The center is defined by the position of the base sprite here. But not only is the control stick sprite not listed in the go-to sprite list, but there's the added confusion that we have two control stick sprites, the original and the clone. Which sprite would Scratch pick? Well, the good news is it always chooses the original sprite, and that is the base. There's a few workarounds to get the same missing sprite name in this block. Today, I'm going to use a variable to do the job. Scrap this default one, and make a new variable, naming it base sprite. Or if you're daft like me, call it myself, and mark it for this lemon only. Right, under the first green flag script, set myself to the name of this sprite. That is control stick. I'm going to copy and paste it to make sure I spell it just the same. Capital letters and all. Great, so now we can use this variable to tell the sprite where to go to. And that is the original controller stick sprite. Give it a test. We drag and release